sure. Thank you, Jessica, David, Miley, for joining me today. What a fun show. Royal Crackers, debuting on Adult Swim and next weekend, actually. Somebody give me a little synopsis. What can fans expect on Adult Swim for this new show?
David, you do it.
I think they can expect a really wild time. I mean, it's a very fun show. You got a lot of traditional family stuff, and then you have it's as extreme as any Adult Swim show I've ever watched. So as weird as you ever got with Birdman or Aqua Teen Hunger Force, we get that weird. So it's very, very fun time.
So I'm located in the Central Valley. This call is coming out of Fresno, and so right down the 99 is Bakersfield. Are any of you guys familiar with the area, being that it takes place in Bakersfield?
I've driven there. I've driven through there a lot of times. I stayed there once when I visited my sister who worked for the Bureau of Prisons. So it's kind of a similar thing. Like there's nothing, and then sort of a couple motels and a taco stand. And then where she had to work was an hour in to the prison. So I went and visited her. There's an oil well it was like a Marriott, but the worst Marriott in the world. And it had an oil well outside our window, literally. It was all night, like.
Anytime anyone ever talks about the Valley, especially in Fresno or Bakersfield, it's like, yeah, I've driven through there.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I'm from New Jersey, so I'm used to people having to defend my hometown, and my home state. So I think there's when you're not in a place like Los Angeles or San Francisco, like there's a lot of pride, I feel that about Pittsburgh too. I don't know. I've never been to Bakersfield, but I can imagine there's some inland pride that we're not, aware of in the bigger cities.
I actually can't speak on that one because I'm a little bit farther north, so I may be also guilty of that as well.
Yeah, right.
So your characters are a lot of fun. So let's go through each of you. Tell me a little bit about your characters. Tell fans what they could expect from your characters because they are wild. Jessica, we'll start with you.
Yes, I played Deb, who is the fierce matriarch of the family. She's extremely aggressive. She isn't the greatest mother, but she does give it her best. She thinks of herself as like a real 90s businesswoman, and she feels like, even though she doesn't know what Facebook is, or even that she shouldn't be even trying to get on Facebook. She's making her best moves. I think one of my favorite episodes, she and her husband have a weirdly unhealthy, healthy relationship, if that makes any sense. They're the unhealthiest people that you kind of are like, wow, they're actually kind of in love. There's an episode where they overdose on CBD gummies and think they're losing their minds. That's one of my favorites. But yeah, she'll kick ass, and she has to kill a lot of like zombie chickens and that kind of thing. She doesn't back down from a challenge. That's what I'll say.
I play Matt, and he's the teenage son. He's kind of a slow, he's a slow moving kid.
Tortoise.
Yeah. But I think he's thoughtful and he's drinking it in and trying to it's sort of like when you get on an airplane and you put on your Bose speakers and you click on noise canceling and you're just like, this is not happening around me. I guess I've been on a lot of planes lately. So I've tried to learn how to just tune out. And so I think that's what he does. But at the same time, he cares for his family. And I think he's just not mature enough to kind of process how awful they are. But I think he's kind of, in a way, kind of the heart and soul of it, because his parents love him, his uncle loves him in his own way, and clearly his grandfather loved him. So yeah, I think the emphasis is on slow.
I play Darby, the family lawyer, and I think that he's a close confidant of the family. I think he loves them. He's a big fan of everything they do, including Taint. He's a #1 Taint fan. And yeah, he just has their back. He's down to fight with them and beside them and kind of help them do his best to help them out of any type of trouble they get into. He sees that as his job and he takes it really seriously. And also a bit of a wild card when he's on his own.
Yeah, don't let him near the cheeseburgers, right?
You know, he did that himself, and we've all been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About those
Oh, yeah.
magazines in his office. I found that fascinating.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually replayed that like 3 times. I was like, what magazine?
yeah. Yeah, he's read them all. The guys, you know, also, yeah, healthy bowels. So, you know, what could you ask?
In that same episode, it's episode 2 that where you know the CBD happens. And Maile, I do want to ask you, because I believe you guys have a guest cameo voice there who unfortunately is no longer with us, in Gilbert Godfrey. How was that being able to work with him, because his voice is so iconic?
You know, to be honest, when we record, we all recorded separately. I didn't record from home, but I live in LA. I recorded at a studio. Takes me like 5 minutes to get to, because I live in the Valley. Jessica was in London, right?
Mhm.
And David, you were in Denver.
Denver.
Yeah. So I never even saw a cast list. So that was kind of a surprise to me. And during the whole thing, and I think Gilbert Gottfried was hilarious. I never had the pleasure of meeting him, but I always thought he was iconic and funny. But I honestly thought it might have been Fred Tatasciore doing his voice. And as it went on, I thought to myself, wow, he's doing a really good Gilbert Gottfried, like whoever this is. And then at the end, I was shocked, probably like you, to see that it was him. So I'm just happy to have been a part of it without really being a part of it, you know, in that way. But to me, like we talked about some guest stars that are upcoming and surprises, and a lot of people that you guys have worked with before. And to me, that's always like, it's great to see it when it comes on the screen, because I don't know who's gonna be in it.
No, definitely. I found out watching the screeners that a buddy of mine, I know from comedy, I had no idea he was in the show, and he's in like 2 different episodes. And I was like, is that Jamar? It's also a guy who doesn't look like him. So,
So when I first started watching Royal Crackers, for whatever reason, I said, what kind of twisted version of Succession am I watching here? Because are they fighting for this empire, but in Bakersfield? What makes this animated series unique to other things that are maybe out there?
I think they're using the animated medium to its utmost. Like they are doing things I've never seen on an animated show. Like there are so many like fight scenes and inventive, like wherever you think the normal story should go, it goes the opposite direction, and they just heighten. And at the same time, even though the situations are insane, it's always grounded in the reality of the characters and what they want. It just so happens my character's dream is to have a bidet, you know, is to take it to that level of fame and fortune. But yeah, I think it's very rare to see a show that is so inventive and creative in where the storylines go, as well as being as funny as it is.
yeah, I'd agree. I think it's just a great mix and a great use of the medium. I think it's like, usually when you get a show that goes as far out, it's not really based in much, or it's like it goes that far because the comics are already that far toward the edge. And this really it comes from a very they're just some people who live in Bakersfield, but they can go as far as fist fighting mutant chickens or whatever they end up doing. So that's exciting.
It's not like jumping the shark, because it's like they're already over the shark when the show begins. The shark is like gone, you know?
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
No, yeah, show's super fun. Jessica, David, Maile, thank you so much for your time. Also, congratulations, because as I hear, second season has already been ordered. So, fans are gonna love the first season, and they're not gonna have to wait long for a renewal or anything like that, because it's gonna be on its way.
Love it. Thank you so much.
It was nice to meet you all. Hope you all have a good, today's what, Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. I don't know, the days run together. Bye, guys.
See you later.